Hi, and welcome to Friday's Fun Fact. So today I'm going to go into the book of Esther and I'm going to read chapter 4, verses 13 through 17. It says, Mordecai sent this reply to Esther. Don't think for a moment that because you're in the palace, you will escape when all the other Jews are killed. If you keep quiet at a time like this, deliverance and relief for the Jews will arise from some other place, but you and your relatives will die. Who knows if perhaps you were made queen for just such a time as this? Then Esther sent this reply to Mordecai. Go and gather together all the Jews of Susa and fast for me. Do not eat or drink for 3 days, night or day. My maids and I will do the same. And then, though it is against the law, I will go in and see the king. If I must die, I must die. So Mordecai went away and did everything as Esther had ordered him. Okay, so through the instruction of Mordecai, Esther realized that her life had a far greater purpose than merely maintaining her own immediate comfort and status quo. Mordecai's words pierced her heart, and at great risk, she committed herself to follow his advice. Esther's heart was turned from her own self-interests, and and her plans went to the purpose of God, the purposes of God. Ultimately, not only did the king receive her, but he offered her co-rulership with himself. Um, Take a look at Esther 5:3, and you'll see what I'm talking about there. And after that, he awarded her his signet ring that symbolized a whole new level of authority for her in her life. Her courage resulted, her courage resulted in a way greater deliverance of God's people. So truly effective women who we are those who are turned from our own short-sighted agenda to God's eternal purpose. So when we are being effective for the kingdom, we're not focused on our own self. We're focused on God's eternal purposes and his greater good. So I love where it says here, Mordecai told Queen Esther, who knows if perhaps you were made queen for such a time as this. So sometimes we may wonder why we're in certain circumstances that we're in. Sometimes maybe they're a bad circumstance, or maybe we're put in a position of honor or any kind of a position that we don't understand why we're there. God has a purpose for it. We may never really fully understand why we're there, but we are there. And God has a tremendous purpose for our life. We don't have to focus on what we think we're there for. What we need to always look at is why God has us in the circumstances we're in. And it's always for a greater good. God always wants us to have the kingdom in our minds, the eternal ramifications of what we're doing. That's supposed to be the forefront of our mind. So with that, I'm going to leave with our fun fact for today. This is pretty cool. So the whole book of Esther, if you haven't read it, I want to encourage you to read it because it's an amazing book. But in the whole book of Esther, the Bible is the only book in the Bible that God's name is not mentioned. That's pretty cool. But yet it is so full of God, but his name is never mentioned. So that's pretty cool. You guys have an amazing night or amazing day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.